Hi guys, Paris Budia here, your gal. As promised, there's another day I did a video and I told you guys have written to me. A lot of you have written to me asking me, Paris, why do you love Canada? Why did you choose Canada as a place to call home? You are Kenyan. Why Canada? Also, a lot of you have come to see me in person when I'm a timeless medical spa in Kenya, and you've come telling me you would want to immigrate to Canada. What should you do? What are the procedure? How did I do it? Do I think it's a good country for you? Do I think it's a good country for your children education and all these things? And today I just decided, honestly, I'm going to take a minute and answer some of these questions. Why I personally I choose Canada, and what did I do or what can you do? I'm not an expert in this area. Let's start there. However, if you're really serious about this, there's so many people, so many experts that you can find these days that can help you with this. But as for me, you came to me or you wrote to me and asked me, Paris, you've lived in UK, you've lived in US, and you now live in Canada, and you also live in Kenya, but why did you choose Canada as a place to get your citizen? I'll be very honest with you. Now, I loved UK. I went to UK for school. I got married in UK. Yes, I got married to a Kenyan, but that's where I met my love. I started my family in UK. It's a country that I'm still attached to and I love. And then from there, as a family, we decided for one reason or another. If you've ever watched some other videos of mine, you will know the reason why we moved from UK, and again we find ourselves in US. And as fate would have it, we then went back home, and before we knew it, again we decided to come to Canada. Well, guys, why Canada, you ask? Why did I choose to come to Canada? I suppose to have a US citizenship or even UK. For me, genuinely for me, when I visited Canada, I felt Canada has good policies that I could sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? That I felt will benefit me and my family and what we were looking for. I felt Canada was more family oriented in a lot of things, and I could be wrong. Remember this, you asked me, Paris Budia. I'm not sharing everybody else's truth. Everybody choose to immigrate or relocate to a different country for different reasons. For me, I knew nobody in Canada. I don't have family member in Canada, so I did not come here because of family member. I didn't even have friends. So now that we have that disclaimer, I did not relocate to Canada because I had family here. I am the first generation to come to Canada in my family. In fact, I still don't have brother or sister or aunties or uncles that are here. I just have friends that I've made. But the reason I choose to come to Canada, like I said, to me, when I read about it, did my research about it, I felt it was a place that my children will actually get good education, will get, what is this word I'm looking for? Space, because I feel like Canada has space. It has space to go. It allows everybody to be. I feel like we are all treated equally. I feel like it's very possible. That's for me, my experience in Canada. I felt my children will feel more at home. Not that they didn't feel at home in US, not that they didn't feel at home in UK. Another reason I decided Canada, the fact that I had lived in US, I had driving license from US. I had work experience in US. I had worked there. My husband had worked there. My children had gone to school there. At least the big one had gone to school there. So it was very easy for us to cross the border and have our work experience sort of check in from US. Our driving license, I didn't even have to do anything. All we did is actually change our driving license from US to Canadian. So these are some of the things I looked at and I was like, wow, if we go there, it will speed up our process of settling down. Guys, you see, these are some of the reasons I personally, as Paris Budia, made me choose Canada. Now I know you're wondering, how did I just come? Did I come as a tourist? Did I come as a student? Did I come as a skilled labor? Because you know there's so many ways of coming to Canada. If you are really serious about coming to Canada, then you know that there are so many ways of coming to Canada, and you must choose the way that will work for you. The reason I say this is because some people come and apply for refugee status if you qualify for that. Some people come as skilled labor if you qualify for that. Some people come as tourists just to visit, get to know Canada, and then go back home. Some people come with just a 1 or 2 years work permit, and they're just temporary workers. And so you're here for a year, you work and you go. Others come as nannies, so you get somebody who will help you to apply for a nanny visa, and you're here to work temporarily for a year or two, and then you go back home. Some people are lucky, they come with PR card already, which we call permanent resident card. If you are sponsored by, there's so many ways of doing this. Those people who are lucky, they have families here who are able to qualify to sponsor a family. And so some people come with already a PR card. And of course, there's those who come as students, and you get a student visa, and you come here, you study here. And after you've studied, you are lucky enough to get a job, and you go through the process and you apply for permanent resident, and before you know it, you qualify for citizenship. See, there are so many ways of you coming to Canada. You choose the one that work for you. Now, what are the few requirements that are required for you to apply for any? So of course, guys, there's a few things that obviously the government of Canada we will look at and will require before they can say you qualify to come to Canada. Number one, obviously, is education. They are big about it because they are looking for people to come and work. Yeah, they don't want people to come and just depend on the government. They want people to come and add value to the government of Canada. So your education matters a lot. Language, if you speak fluent English, and if it's a plus if you speak French. Guys, if you have children that are taking French classes and you want them to come to university here, that's a plus. They want somebody, if you can speak both language, English and French, I tell you, that will help you to qualify to come to Canada before somebody who can speak those two languages qualify. You know what I mean? Another thing is your work experience. For example, I know there's some career that I was looking at in Canada. They are actually the number one career that people who relocate here get job almost immediately or get people to sponsor. So obviously some field like healthcare, if you're in healthcare, those people, it's very easy to get you a visa to come and work here. If you're in the IT department, if you're somebody who is an IT developer, web designer, these people, engineers, apparently these are jobs. If you have qualification in this area, it's almost like a very easy thing for you to do for that direct entry to Canada. You know what I mean? Of course, like I said, nanny, if you have somebody who is willing to sponsor you to come here as a nanny, that is another easy way of relocating. Now, like I said, imagine the government of Canada will look at this. Can you adapt in Canada? Are you able to adapt with the change of weather? Because we have winters here, we have summer, we have spring. Are you able? Are you somebody who is going to be able to adapt coming from maybe a country where it's a tropical country? Are you going to be able to adapt here? Those are some of the things they look at. Imagine how you answer those questions matters. So also your age. The younger you are, obviously, without saying, you have an advantage. The older you are, and especially if you have some sort of diseases like, what we call diseases like diabetes, you've had heart surgery, stuff like that. They look at those things and now they feel like when you come here, you might become a liability. Maybe you're not going to give the country what it really needs. So if you're planning to immigrate to Canada and you're young, I'd say now is the time. Don't wait until late in life, because it's not that they're not going to accept you, but you find that your process of applying to come to Canada might take longer, and there's high chances of you not getting it than when you're young. Yeah. So if you must do it when you're young. I think the best time to immigrate for me, like now I'm 47, and I did all my migration, moving from country to country in my 20s and 30s, because at 40s you want to settle down and you want to know where am I going to call home, So if you can do it early enough, I think it's better. But hey, it's never too late in life to migrate, right? Just make sure that you get all your paperwork in order. So guys, if you have any of this medical condition, that you've lived with or you are struggling with, just know, factor that in. Just know that might delay things a little bit, because you might have to be sent to even do medical checkup. Yeah, and so that is where a lot of people find they fail at the last minute. But having said that, all this information, guys, the whole point of doing this short video, is just to tell you all this information is available for you online. Yeah, you can actually just visit Canada Immigration Citizenship.ca, something like that. Immigration to Canada. If you go to Immigration to Canada, just check out Citizenship Immigration Canada. It is online. Just check there, because guys, there's no shortcut. I know you wanted me to tell you there's shortcut to come to Canada, but the world we live in today, you must qualify for everything. Yeah, nothing is just handed into you like this. There must be some little work you gotta do on the side. So regardless of which method you choose to come to Canada using, like I said, you can come as a student, you can come as a skilled labor, you can come as you have already qualified for permanent resident PR card because you have family here, or you can be sponsored as a nanny, you can come as a refugee. Yeah, you can qualify for refugee status if you have those, there has to be list on why are you applying for refugee, right? Now it's up to you to study and see, do you qualify to come in this country as a refugee. Those are the things you educate yourself online, then you do your research well, then you make sure all your documents that you need are in order, they're up to date, before you waste your money and time, honestly, to go apply for these visas. Because if you go with only 10% of things needed, they will deny you visa. So make sure that you have all your paperwork. So guys, just know this, there's nothing that is impossible. If your heart desire is to immigrate to Canada or whichever other country, but for me today, I'm talking about Canada, it can happen. You just have to be prepared. No, it's going to cost you money, so be prepared. Why do I say money? Ticket is never free. You'll have to pay for ticket to start with to come to Canada, right? Canada is far, ticket is expensive. Number two, legal fee. If you're going to involve a lawyer when you get here to apply for your paperwork, your citizenship or whatever, if you're going to involve a lawyer, it's going to cost you. If you're going to involve an agent an immigration agent who is going to help you to do your paperwork, if you don't want to do paperwork yourself, it's going to cost you money. You know what I mean? So do your research well before you embark on that journey. Better yet, if God has blessed you and you have money, why not come to Canada as a tourist? Invest in that. Come as a tourist. Yeah, come as a tourist. Bring your child that you want to go to school here if God has blessed you and you have money, because that's a way of just looking at things. And sometimes reality can hit you hard and you realize what you thought and what you had in mind, and the reality of things is different. So just invest in that. If you're serious about it and God has blessed you, you have money to spare, come as a tourist. See whether you love the weather here, do you like the people here, how do people relate with each other, what schools are here, how much do they charge, do your kids even like it, because you might need to be loving it, but maybe your kids will be miserable. So if you can afford to do that, come as a tourist first if you can qualify, and then decide whether it's worth it investing and selling everything before you sell your home in Kenya or wherever you live and say, yeah, I'm going to Canada. Be sure it's a place you'll be proud to call home and you'll be happy and you won't regret it. Do your due diligence. If you don't have, especially when you don't have money to spend or to waste, because nobody has money to waste, do your due diligence, because every category, I can't even speak English, every category requires different things. That means some will cost you, some will not cost you, So do your due diligence. As for me, remember, I was telling you what I did. And the reason I choose here, it was cheaper for me because all my work experiences, all those things could check in because I had worked in USA. So it was easier for me. in that way, to then get a job here, to then apply for paperwork for PR card to stay here through the channels I choose to use. So it's for you to figure out which channel will work better for you and why. And then you honestly dig in. You go deep, dig in everything there is to know about that particular category you're applying for. Otherwise, you just honestly, you will be frustrated when you go there and you're not prepared. Otherwise, guys, as I finish this video, and I hope it has helped you in one way or another, and I'll try and do another one with now details, please don't be judging us who have citizenship of other countries by thinking when you come to us and you want us to help you that we are refusing to help you. Don't judge your family members that live abroad and think they are refusing to help you. Those days are gone. Gone are the days that your family member could just help you to go without you having having to qualify for what the government of that particular country is looking for. You get? So otherwise, all of us will have our family members here, would have our sister, brother, cousin, uncle, aunties that want to come to these countries be here. But it's not as easy, guys, as you think. Somebody has to prove their bank statement. Can they support you? Can they even pay for your medical? If it's your mother and you want your mother to come, can you pay for their medical in case they were sick? Can your job support them? So you see, if the person you want to sponsor you doesn't have a good job that can even support them and sustain them, how are they going to sponsor somebody else? Please, guys, I need you to understand this. So I need you to take note here. This is your take-home note, because I know a lot of you watching me today are maybe judging some of their aunties, their uncles, their cousin, their sister, their brother, who've been abroad for over 10 years and have not helped even one person to go there. Maybe themselves, they're still working to get their paper. Do you know that? Sometimes it can take you up to 5 to 10 years to get your citizenship. It's not something that some people are lucky. You can come and you have it within 4 years. You can come and have it within 7 years. I don't know. Like I said, different people qualify differently depending with what the government of Canada is looking for. So don't lie to yourself that you will land to Canada today and you have your citizenship tomorrow. Because there's a process that goes. You first have your working visa, then you get your PR, which is a permanent resident card, which lasts for I think it's 4 years. Then you can apply for citizenship. I guess in short, what I'm trying to say is this: fight the system, understand the system, study the system. Then once you get that right, go ahead, make your dream come to pass. Because honestly, let me tell you, the truth is, these people need immigrants. They need people to come and work. Yeah, they need people. I'm telling you the truth. We need nurses. We need even doctors. We need, it's there. It's not me who is saying. It is online, guys. Just go there and see. They need IT guys. They need nannies. They need all these people, electricians. These jobs are there. But it's up to you to do, like I said, your research well. Don't waste your money paying people who don't even know what they are doing to get for you these things. No. First, educate yourself. Once you understand it, now look for those agents that qualify to help you. Because when you just go to somebody who tells you I'm taking people somewhere, but you yourself, you don't even understand what are requirement, you're going to be duped. So my people, there's this thing called express entry to Canada. Get it, write it down. Express entry to Canada. Write it down. See if you qualify, if you are eligible for it. That is where you go, guys. Before you start coming to Paris, I want to go to Canada. Paris, how can you help me? Because trust me, I can't help everybody. Like I said, if I can help everybody come to Canada, wouldn't I have all my siblings here? But even them, they didn't qualify. So I don't have them here yet. Because like I said, guys, there's a way system work. You know what I mean? So do your due diligence. Do your research. Go find out what I've just told you now. And if you are eligible, then you can start planning to apply and you can start knowing how am I going to go about it. I hope I've helped you, and I'm going to try and do another video as a follow-up. Hope I've answered you the reason why I choose Canada. For me, I told you it was easy is because I had lived in US, and so it was easier to just cross the border and come over and continue with life. And then I fell in love with Canada, and you know, it's a place I call home now. All right, so God bless you, God keep you. Until next time, subscribe, 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 and share